Here are the top 10 most cursed movie sets. In no particular order, number 1 is The Crow. There's a little bit of a double curse involved in this movie because Brandon Lee, who was the son of Bruce Lee, who died during the making of this movie, was also believed to be cursed because there was a curse on the bloodline within the males of the Lee family. I might have to do a separate video about this because this is also really interesting. But his dad, Bruce Lee, actually died very young as well, and Brandon Lee sadly died during a scene where he was meant to be shot, and a part of the dummy bullet that was in the prop gun was actually left inside the revolver and unfortunately shot him, causing internal injuries, and he'd sadly died. Now apparently a pre-production crew member actually received an anonymous phone call telling them not to make the movie because bad things would happen. Number 2, The Wizard of Oz. There were apparently a number of serious accidents that happened during the making of The Wizard of Oz, from an exploding broomstick, injuring a stunt double, and the Wicked Witch actually suffering 3rd-degree burns to her face and hands after some special effects caught fire. Also, Tin Man was poisoned by aluminium that was actually used in his makeup. And also the actress Judy Garland suffered a lot during the making of this movie. She was on a roller coaster of drugs to help her sleep during the night and to keep her up during the day, and it really affected her mentally. There was also an urban legend that one of the Munchkins unalived himself during the making of this movie. Number 3, Poltergeist. This movie led to a series of deaths unexpectedly after the making of the movie of 4 cast members, sadly including the young girl who played Carol Ann in the movie, and a few other cast members sadly meeting quite a brutal end as well. Number 4, The Omen. The bad luck surrounding this film actually started a month before filming, where the lead star's son actually ended his own life, and the same actor's plane actually got struck by lightning on the way to filming in London, and the same thing happened to the executive producer, and also a plane that many of the crew were originally meant to board ended up crashing. The director's hotel was bombed by the IRA, lions killed a zookeeper in the safari directly after the day they shot the footage in that safari park, and a Rottweiler attacked a stunt performer. And by far the most sinister part of the Curse of the Omen was that the special effects director was actually in a car crash and his assistant was... I don't even want to use the word, but the really strange thing is that the special effects coordinator actually wrote the exact scene that happened to his assistant in the car for the movie. Moving swiftly on, number 5 is Passion of the Christ. I actually watched this movie recently for the first time and kind of got a bit obsessed with the sheer amount of stuff that happened during the making of this movie. Jim Caviezel, who played Jesus, was struck by lightning while he was on the cross. He endured quite a lot of physical and mental torture while he was playing this role, and a co-actor was also struck by lightning immediately after he was struck by lightning. He also sustained quite a lot of injuries. He also suffered from hypothermia, from having to do really long scenes outside in the cold. Number 6, Rosemary's Baby. It says here that misfortune happened to many of those who helped to create it, including someone dying from a fall, and also the director was married to Sharon Tate, who after the movie was made, was murdered by the Manson family. Number 7, Annabelle. Apparently the director of this movie walked into a filming location and saw a 3-fingered handprint on a dusty window that resembled the demon in the movie. There was also some other strange occurrences, like a light fixture falling off onto an actor and hitting him on the head in the same location where that character was killed in the movie. No thank you! Guys, literally, as I'm making this, my iPad is now starting to really freak out. And I don't know if I should be talking about this. Like, my iPad has like stopped working. And it froze on the picture of Annabelle. No thank you. I can't do anything. I'm getting really freaked out. This is maybe why you shouldn't fuck with dark shit. Anyway, number 8, The Twilight Zone movie. In this movie there's an infamous stunt that went wrong, where a helicopter stunt, where an actor and sadly 2 child actors were actually killed during this scene. And number 9 is Rebel Without Cause. I personally haven't seen this movie, but it came up on the most cursed movies, and this is something that I have been intrigued about, so I thought I'd talk about it, because it has come up so often when I have been researching cursed movie sets. So firstly, the main star, James Dean, was killed in a car accident a few weeks before the film's release. Then his co-star was killed in a robbery, and then another co-star called Natalie Wood died due to drowning, and that case was unsolved and a complete mystery as to why she drowned. And last but not least, you probably guessed it, The Exorcist. Obviously, there was a huge amount of hype around the original Exorcist when it was first released in 1973. They would have priests outside the cinemas and ambulances waiting for people to come out of the cinemas if they've passed out. There was a lot that happened during the making of this movie, including a fire that destroyed nearly every single set apart from the main character's bedroom. One of the actors was also charged with murder in real life after the film was made. Lots of injuries and coincidences. So yeah, lots of strange things happened around this movie, to the point where I think the director actually ended up having the set blessed by a priest just because of the sheer amount of craziness that was going on. And there are many more examples of this. I think the reason that I wanted to talk about it, I wanted to do a video about this for a while, is because it does insinuate that darkness exists and that curses are real and they are not to be messed with. So have you seen any or all of these movies? Let me know in the comments.